Radio Petro Tower 5. This is Luke Fox. Petro Tower, this is Luke Fox. Over.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Asdare. And what business brings you to us at such a late hour?
Mrs. Olson, we need to follow up on a lead. Please don't obstruct us and let us dock.
I really would love to help you, but I'm not permitted to let you dock here. I'm really very sorry.
We're coming on board with or without your permission. It's in your own interest not to resist.
Don't you have any respect for private property?
Not when I'm dealing with a crime, no.
Finn, are you sure you know what you're doing?
I'm going to get to the bottom of this crime. You're not going to shake us as easily as you did last time. Coleman, Fatima, keep your eyes peeled. There have to be some clues somewhere as to why the refugee boats are heading here.
Will do.
And you? What will you do?
I'm going to go find him at OIM. He has to know something.
What are you doing on my oil rig?
My name is Astaire. I'm from the Coast Guard.
I don't care where you're from. What do you want?
There have been some strange things happening on your oil rig.
Fine, ask your questions and then get out of here.
Who are you, and why are you talking to me like that?
My name's Cromwell, Thomas Cromwell III. This is my oil rig. I'm the OIM here. And I'll talk any way I like around here.
We're from the Coast Guard, and we're investigating a crime.
This here is private property, okay? It belongs to offshore. You have no authorization here whatsoever.
Why are you only here at night?
I don't get pestered with problems as much at night. And avoid people like you, too, normally.
Well, then you're sure to have noticed that a crime was committed here just the other night.
I don't know a thing, and I sure as hell don't know anything about a murder.
A murder? I didn't say anything about a murder.
I didn't hear a thing, that's for sure.
We fished one of your cleaners out of the water. Didn't you notice that you were missing somebody?
Yeah, I have a lot of subordinates. I'm not going to be counting them all every day.
Did you know that your radio operator is having an affair?
What? That's prohibited. Now, that's going to have some serious consequences.
Don't be so hard on her.
Rules are rules.
We're fairly sure that a crime's been committed here.
Oh, really? And what's supposed to have happened here, in your opinion?
We fished one of your people out of the water just the other night. The man fled because he witnessed a murder. The murderer was one of your employees.
No way. That guy was seeing things. Okay, so do you have any evidence?
I found this bone fragment. It's a cheekbone from a human.
Well, okay, that is suspicious. But I mean, that's not going to be enough, just the one piece of evidence. Well, what else do you have?
Evidence? I don't need any evidence.
Yeah, I'm afraid you do.
I have to go.
All right then. Get off my oil rig.
Mr. Asdare. My boss is standing back there at his station. You probably want to speak with him.
I'm no expert, but these don't look like normal values to me. Quite a lot of this is in the red. You're still here welding?
Yes.
In the middle of the night?
Not finished.
I see. A red smudge. I'm pretty sure that's blood. I should take a sample. A red smudge. I'm pretty sure that's blood. That could be the proof that I need.
Provided the blood is from the victim of the crime, of course, and not just from a work-related accident.
Hey, buddy, you find anything?
Finn, I don't think we're gonna find anything here.
But don't you find it a little strange that all these refugee ships are heading here?
I don't know. There could be some kind of explanation for it. Maybe they have to take care of immigration formalities here or something.
Coleman, you're usually a little more curious. What's wrong?
I just think we're wasting our time here, snooping around on this oil rig in the middle of the night. Honestly, I'd just rather be back in my bed.
I'm sure I'm going to find out what's going on here.
Finn, it's a little spooky being here on the oil rig at night. Where are all the workers?
They're probably all asleep in their cabins.
You're right. How are your investigations going? Have you spoken to the boss here yet?
Not yet.
You should question him. He should know what's going on here on his oil rig.
You're right, Fatima. I'm going to find him right away. MSC, this is Luke Fox. We're here investigating an incident in the vicinity of Petra Tower 5.
Roger.
Fine, ask your questions and then get out of here.
We're fairly sure that a crime's been committed here.
Oh, really? And what's supposed to have happened here, in your opinion?
We fished one of your people out of the water just the other night. The man fled because he witnessed a murder. The murderer was one of your employees.
No way. That guy was seeing things. Okay, so do you have any evidence?
I found this bone fragment. It's a cheekbone from a human.
Well, okay, that is suspicious. But I mean, that's not going to be enough, just the one piece of evidence. Well, what else do you have?
Evidence? I don't need any evidence.
Yeah, I'm afraid you do.
I have to go.
All right then. Get off my oil rig.
Larry, I found this blood here. I hope that it can tell us something about the murder victim.
Of course. A proper blood test can take up to a couple hours, though.
I don't really want to have to hang around here that long.
I can run a rapid blood test too, though. 1 second. Okay, interesting. It's human blood, that's for sure. A woman. A few unpleasant viruses and bacteria. Not a very good immune system. Whoever's blood this was seems to have been in quite a frail condition.
What else? Anything that could give us a clue as to who this person was?
Ah, look at this. I ran the DNA through the analyzer. It's clear from this person's haplogroup that they were a third country national.
The haplogroup?
Yes, we can determine someone's genetic origin very precisely through the analysis of the base pairs in the DNA and the comparison with the mutations of all the different population groups in our database. The haplogroup is basically the genetic branch in the mutation tree, meaning the group of Homo sapiens that is genetically closest to whoever's blood this was. And in this case, we can clearly see that she was a third country national.
A refugee? Could it be that the victim was one of the refugees from the refugee boats?
It's certainly possible. More than likely, actually, if I think about it.
And where is this woman now? Where are the rest of the refugees? I'm going to find out. Thanks, Larry.
Fine, ask your questions and then get out of here.
We're fairly sure that a crime's been committed here.
Oh, really? And what's supposed to have happened here, in your opinion?
There are refugee boats heading here, bringing refugees to the oil rig regularly.
Why would there be refugees here? Look, we drill for oil here. Any type of refugee would just get in our way. Do you have any proof for that?
I found this Unifez jacket outside by the warehouse door. It's typical for humanitarian aid campaigns for refugees.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the wind must have blown it over here. That doesn't mean anything. Well, what else do you have?
Blood. His sample was taken from a blood stain near the warehouse. We verified that this blood came from refugees making their way from third world countries.
That really is interesting. Well, I have to admit, it really does look like refugees have been being brought here. But why? And where are they now?
That's a good question, but I'm going to find out. We fished one of your people out of the water just the other night. The man fled because he witnessed a murder. The murderer was one of your employees.
No way. That guy was seeing things. Okay, so do you have any evidence?
Human blood. This sample was taken from a blood stain near the warehouse. That's exactly where the murderer is always hanging around.
That really is a little strange. Well, what else do you have?
I found this bone fragment. It's a cheekbone from a human.
Well, okay. That is suspicious. Looks like, you're actually right about this. Seems something brutal really did happen here. But who was the victim?
But it's obvious. Refugees were murdered here. And we were even able to arrest the murderer during our last visit here. You owe me some answers. I'm placing you under arrest for the time being and taking you to our ship for questioning. We'll get you talking. You can bet on it.
All right, I'm coming.
I've taken the head of the oil rig into custody. I was able to prove that refugees were transported to the oil rig and murdered here.
That's unbelievable, Finn.
Yeah, it really is. I'm bringing Mr. Cromwell over to us and placing him in the interrogation cell. I don't think it should be too hard to get him to tell us what exactly happened there.
Okay. Fatima and I still need a bit of time here. Can you pick us up later?
Sure thing, buddy. But be careful. The murderer is still on board there somewhere.
We will be. See you in a bit.
So, Mr. Cromwell, you see, there's no sense in denying it. I'm going to find out anyway.
You're right. I know. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything.
Why are refugees being brought to your oil rig?
Well, they were brought here to be disposed of. You know, the refugees are a problem. We're solving it.
You're solving it? You're saying murder is a solution?
These people don't stand a chance in life anyway. They don't have a chance where they come from, and they're not going to have a chance in their new life either. And they're not welcome in our society. We're just shortening their ordeal.
That's barbaric. What do you do with the refugees?
Yeah, well, you've met our Sam already.
You mean Salvador Hernandez?
Well, Yes, exactly. He's with us on the oil rig to, take care of the refugees. He doesn't have a clue about drilling. He's only with us to take care of that one job. Well, we get rid of the remains of the refugees in the drilling fluid. That way, we can always pump the incriminating evidence deep under the Earth's surface, out of the reach of investigators like you.
Always. That means you do it quite often.
Multiple times a week, yeah. The refugee ships arrive at night when most of the staff are asleep. The refugees are then driven into the warehouse.
That's why you always have yourself assigned to the night shift.
That's how it is, yeah. I don't know exactly what happens in the warehouse. Mr. Hernandez takes care of that. I just kind of look the other way.
My God, we gotta put an end to this. When does the next ship with refugees arrive?
It'll be another couple of days yet. The last boat just arrived last night.
Last night? Then we might still be able to save those people. Come with me. You have to show me exactly where the refugees are being kept. If you help me, it's sure to be taken into account, and you can get your sentence reduced.
Yeah, hey, I'll help you. I'm already under arrest as it is. My oil rig? Well, that can't be. Oh my God. Blow up. My oil rig? Well, that can't be.
Coleman, Fatima, are you both okay?
I'm fine.
Fatima.
I'm okay, Finn, but that was one hell of an explosion. Everything's on fire here. It's one huge sea of flames.
I'm coming to help you as fast as I can.
No, Finn, the explosion blew some of the personnel right off the rig.
Coleman's right. You have to save the people in the water first.
This is just one big disaster.